SummerSlam, night 2. It's your boys, the part-time marks, PTM boys, Larry Black Lightning Burke, with my
Kurt
tag team
McGirt.
partner.
Kurt
Man,
McGirt.
what it is, Kurt.
What's going on?
Man, chilling, man. Man, I would just start it off. You said right before we went off air last night, you said night 2 you think would be bigger than night 1. And
And for a while, we was like,
we was we was
eh,
on that rocky boat type thing, and it was a little
yeah.
sketchy for until things picked up at the very end. Man, what a return!
What a
Oh,
return.
oh. I mean, I know in prior months we said, "Oh yeah, it's just not right now. It's just not right now." Oh, well, it seems like they found the perfect timing, man, to bring Brock Lesnar back. Of course, that was the shocker of the evening. That's why we're just gonna slightly touch on that.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, if we're going through John's greatest hits, you can't leave Brock out.
gosh, you absolutely can't. So, I mean, it looks like we're gonna possibly what's next? Clash in Paris.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess we could see Cena taking another route. I mean, this would be his last time there. So,
he's booked. He's booked for it. So
yeah, so it looks like he's extra booked now. It looks like we know what we're gonna get now. Uh,
I'm excited.
uh I mean, like I said, all in all, we went off air, and you said, did before we really get into it, did you think night 2 is better than night 1?
I'm gonna be honest. I think I like night one better.
You, me too, bro. And I feel like we're doing these double PLEs, and this kind of happened at Mania too. Night 1, you're getting these people out there, they're cooking early, bro, and
Yeah,
a lot of people are having a hard time following it. Um, yeah, I was like, man, I didn't want to text you. I was like, man, around the third or fourth match, I was like, bro, I don't know. I don't know if that was a prediction or a spoiler last night. We was conflicted if that was a prediction or a spoiler.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, I guess we can dive right into it. I kind of thought they were going to go this route to start it off, the triple threat, but I wasn't sure because I mean, there's some high quality talent in there. I thought it was a decent triple threat match because they all tried to keep moving at certain times. I mean,
Yeah,
it wasn't no WrestleMania um, women's triple threat match.
it's hard to top that one.
It is it. Are we gonna blame that on Naomi though?
No, we can't blame it
Because
on Naomi because
I
she did
that's
her thing.
I
It
did. There was
just
a couple
wasn't.
spots I liked. I like how it started out where she did the slide under the big boot.
It was a good
Um,
match,
yeah, it
but
was a good match.
I think I had my expectations too high for it.
I think there was a couple matches on this card we had a lot. Like there's just, I think probably the match once we get to that point, I think the match that ended up turning out to be the best was definitely not one of the ones I thought was going to be the best. Um,
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, it was a good match. I mean, I felt like there were some solid spots there. I mean, I mean, honestly, anything that Rhea and Io is in, it is. I don't know if they just if
watchable.
it's very watchable. Now I guess where do we go from here? Because Naomi kind of stole the win from Rhea. Now we know Naomi's going in the Clash in Paris with Stephanie Vakir. So we already know we're leading something there.
Yeah,
Now, um, so I mean, and she grabbed the tights to beat Rhea, so Rhea's still gonna have a grief on that, clearly.
yeah, one hundred
Um,
percent.
um I I don't know if you take this strap away from it. I guess we'll get there we're probably like 2 weeks out from this at least. But I just don't see Naomi getting stripped of a title right now. Her promos are pretty good. Um, Again, I thought that entrance was great too tonight with her dad. I thought that was pretty dope, bro.
It was special, man. That was real special.
Yeah, and that was another. I'm just like, you can't take the belt from her just yet. This is I mean, she's still just on her hot run. I mean, even just the other night when she like met up with, she said Stephanie Vakir's name wrong, and then like
Yeah,
she started talking in like the French accent. Um, yeah, all in all, I thought it was a decent match. I didn't think it was. I mean, I don't know, maybe a 3.2 somewhere in there. It just
I
there
can
was
agree with that.
a lot of early lack of excitement. That I felt I don't know if it was just me or it just didn't feel like there was an excitement there. Um,
I could say that about a lot of matches.
that's what I said. I mean, probably diving into the first couple, other than probably where we're gonna head next. Um, yeah, I don't know if maybe I'll give him like I said, maybe I'm being a little hard on him. I'm gonna go 3.7, 3.8. Um, I wanted so much more. I just wanted more excitement. Like I said, there were some decent spots in there. Rhea selling is always another high point for me. She's probably one of the best salesmen in
Yeah,
the business. In the
I
business,
agree.
and she sells for everybody too. It's not
I
like
agree.
she's yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think we both said Naomi was going to pull that out if I could clearly remember. And like I said, there's more to follow with this. Um, I do want to see this culminate at some point between Rhea and Naomi. I think that would probably be best. I don't think Naomi has to pass the torch to somebody younger.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense at the moment to me. I don't think so. Um, yeah, man. 3 points, 3.7, 3.8 for me.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, it was it was watchable.
It was watchable. Um, Next match, another big match. Tables, ladders, and chairs. The 25th anniversary since the first one. We had a lot of tag teams in this one. We had the Dudley Boys and the Hardys also in the crowd as well. So you felt like they were going to show off a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like I said, the intensity seemed like it was there. Street Profits, DIY, Wyatt Six, Fraxium, Andrade, and Phoenix. Or did I miss a team? I feel like there. Maybe I missed the team that was in there. One, two, three, four, five. I think there were
Uh,
16. Was that all of them? Um, and man, at one.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay, yeah, Better City Machine Guns. I did at one point in time. I thought they were gonna go with Ray Phoenix and Andrade. I felt it at one point in time.
It looked like
Uh,
it.
um, there was a couple decent spots where everybody went through tables all at one time. I think my favorite spot of the match, though, which showed a lot of strength, was uh, Tommaso when he was holding on to the titles and they went for the spear like the Hardys,
And he put
and
himself up.
he flipped himself up and held it for. um, thought that was
Yeah.
probably thought that was a phenomenal spot that matchup. I did. I thought Phoenix and Andrade. I think we both again said the Wyatt Six. I think we both again. We don't argue much. We miss some of our other from our others. Ganja Graphics, what up? Thanks for checking in with us. One of our special sponsors. We appreciate you. Hope you enjoy SummerSlam tonight. You know how it goes. Big Jim, Big
Yes,
Jim, not
sir.
the
What up?
Big Jim, not the little one. um, yeah, that was probably my favorite spot. I thought that was pretty dope. Tommaso Ciampa pulled himself up. That tag team division over there on SmackDown is just so
It,
good.
the match lived up to my expectations. It was chaotic, but it was good chaos.
It was
You know what I'm
chaotic.
saying?
Got
And
Candice LeRae
you
went through
know,
a table.
the women's spots were good, man. I like
Y-
that little spot where she was trying to get the belts, but she ended up going to the table.
Yeah, and it was a nasty spill through the table too. It
Oh,
wa-
she went through. Oh no, no, no. She went through ladders.
or she went to the ladders.
She
Yeah,
went through
she went to the
ladders. Yeah, because
yeah.
the ladders broke.
Yeah, and she went through like knee first. She landed on her wrist. It definitely didn't look good at all.
And you know what? You know what my favorite part about this match was?
What's that?
We didn't have blood 3 minutes into the match.
You
We didn't have
said
blood
that,
at all.
bro. Because when you don't need it, bro.
You don't need it.
What did we have? We had blood one time all
Unless it's
weekend.
necessary. Yeah.
We've had blood one time all weekend. And again, I think that spot made sense with Punk and Gunther, but that's for a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Um, obviously, we do have the pre-show going on right now, or the after show as well. So I guess Dominic Mysterio just out there, he's drawing some heat per usual. But yeah, man, the match it lived up to my expectations. Like you said, it was like I said, you said it the other day, and then Michael Cole reiterated it when he clearly said this match is just pure chaos,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what it was. Yeah, again. We predicted it was probably going to be one of the better matches of the night, and it probably was. Um, I'd say it lived up to my expectations too, man. I'm gonna go like it wasn't a five. It wasn't like that
Oh
top
no.
tier. No. It I'm gonna still 4.3. Just
I'll give
I'm
it a
not
four.
trying to tip over the scale. I'm not trying to tip over the scales. You're going four.
Yeah, I'll give it a flat four.
Um, I mean, but there is some talent you're gonna find out like in the future with some of these guys, man. The talent Fraxium and them got. That's we know that's going to be a future tag team that's going to be all gas, no brakes,
Yeah,
if you will.
they're one of my favorites going right now, man. They're just so talented.
Yeah, and like I said, we was talking about tag teams the other day of goat tag teams, and man, this tag team is going to be tough in here in the future. We'll definitely be
Yeah.
listing them much much more in the future. Continuing on, Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria. My opinions of them lately have been I guess you'd say, how would you say it? On the pendulum.
Yeah, I
um,
mean, there was a time where you just like
there was a
refused
time
to
I this
even
is this is
acknowledge
almost
Becky. Like,
unbearable, bro. Well, I said, let's start off. You always notice how it's kind of gonna go for them. Based on Lyra starts out, it sounded like they were giving the woos, man, and then
yeah,
it kind of faded quickly. Um, her entrance was kind of dry. I think
I
you
don't
said
like
this
her poses.
it, that
I
whole
don't like
thing.
it. I
It's
don't
like
like it.
it's horrible. Um, she didn't wear her Becky beaters. I guess that's what helped her take the dive tonight. Crowd's still iffy with her. You acknowledged the other night that you heard Becky was getting new music. You must have knew some. You must have knew something. Paul must have physically called you himself and told you a little something. How'd you feel about the new
Yeah.
entrance music? How did you feel about the new entrance music for Becky?
W- With the first listen, I liked it. You know, like it's as opposed to the old music to where I feel like it's too cheerful. That's the word I'm looking for. It's not music that she should have ever used as a heel.
That you and bless you, bless you, bless you. Um,
Whew.
bless you. Um, no, you're absolutely right, bro. I think that was one thing that always detoured me away from Becky. It was that it's just I'm just like, this ain't it. And then when she switched to the man, I thought it would change then. And,
It should have.
yeah, and then like I said, it finally changed, and like I'm still in that middle ground with Becky because I'm just like, I feel like I thought me and Becky at this point in time in her career, I thought we would have a better connection. Like, yeah, I didn't enjoy Becky, and she started to within like
Yeah.
the last couple weeks with like some of her promos. But, again, man, this match just wasn't it for me, man. It seemed so long and drug out tonight. Um, I don't know, man. And it's just like what was really memorable to me is, as I said, there wasn't too much memorable stuff in this match. I know she used like the twist tie and tied her to the ropes.
Hmm.
Um, it just wasn't there for me. I guess the whole point to this match was to tell excuse me, the Bailey story, which Bailey comes out very late in this match. I felt like she was late on coming out because Becky's holding the crowbar for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, where's Bailey at? We know this is your spot. Where are you at? Um, she didn't turn heel, which we assumed, but is this her way of slowly getting there? I thought we would just get to it tonight. It just felt like it made sense to like get to it tonight. Like, um,
You gotta tune into the weekly television show.
you're right, bro. You know the slow burn. I mean, the slow burn.
But yeah, I agree with my man over here. Like SummerSlam could have been one day.
Bro, I posted that early in the night, man. Like these
Becky
two,
and Lyra could have been on TV.
we could have did it on TV, and we could have cut that down. We
Sammy
could
and
have
Carrion could have been on TV.
shaved both these matches down. Yeah, we could have put both these on regular TV.
There's more.
And no, there's a lot more, man. Oh,
And Dominic and AJ could have been on TV.
could have been on TV. They did it, but I understand why they did the build up.
I
Do it.
understand, man, but
Mm. Because the storytelling was great. And no, you're absolutely right, bro. This is PLEs. Like you got us sitting here for 8 hours of our lives, basically through the weekend, and longer. What 6 to 9, 6 to 9? Yeah, whatever. And there's time in between this, man.
about
Like,
7, yeah.
yeah, you're taking about 7 hours of our weekend, and it's just like, man, I'm just like. Hey, I'm be honest with you. Like, I'm like writing my notes down tonight. I'm like, what did I even write notes for? Because it wasn't just so many big moments for me. I mean, my notes is small tonight, because you am I allowed to look down? Is that okay with you?
No, man. Keep your head up.
My fault, big dog. Try, man. But
Listen, we'll get there.
yeah, we're
We'll
getting there, bro.
definitely get into that main event.
We're slow. We're almost there, man. Like I said. But again, man, like you said, these are matches that could have just been on. We could have got these on top. I could have took Becky and Lyra on Saturday night main event.
Yeah,
I could have took that there. I don't think that was
somewhere on
SummerSlam
TV.
somewhere on TV. Again, Karrion Cross, just and that was the dud of the weekend. I think personally, um, just my opinion. Uh, just wasn't it for me, and like I said, all in all, I guess this story's going to culminate to maybe Bailey and Becky because obviously Lyra can't challenge now, so she's gonna have to go. She's gonna have to go somewhere else with it, and so I guess it's gonna be Bailey Becky now. Maybe they'll fight over there in Paris. In Paris. I know. I know. It.
If we're just gonna keep cycling the same people, same people. I don't want to see Becky and Bailey.
I don't. We've been watching this for 12 years now. I mean,
Cross is saying it was like a speed match. He said Cross is saying it was like a speed match. Speed don't even exist no more, from what I understand. And he think I, I would like
when
to
did
see
it?
Lyra
When did?
turn heel.
My bad. When did Speed? I thought.
They just haven't been recording those shows.
Oh, because I was gonna say, is it? Wait, what? Now, what belts does Soroka have? She got two belts.
She had the speed. She had the women's
Okay.
speed title.
Yeah, but you're saying they're not even like because nobody cares about this shit. Triple H just like I don't know if he lied the other day, bro, but he just felt like they had like 1 million followers or something, and somebody
Listen,
was like, "Bro, you're lying," or
I'm not
1.5 million.
I'm not a guy who gets on Twitter every day.
Mhm.
I probably don't even get on once a week, honestly. So you're never gonna catch me just scrolling and be like, oh hey, there's wrestling on Twitter. I'm not gonna think about it neither. I don't even know what day it comes on.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it is Wednesday. I just don't like I said, I don't even have a Twitter, bro. I got on Twitter like when it first came out. I got on for 5 minutes, bro. It was like I have no idea what I'm doing here, and I never tried to sign in on it again. I'm just like, I mean, I guess it's good to have because everybody puts the news on Twitter first, but I mean,
Hmm.
Instagram catches it pretty fast. So I mean,
Yeah,
and nosy ass people on Facebook, they don't mind dropping dropping information. I mean, I've seen so many lies on Facebook. I've seen like to the point where people were saying they seen Seth Rollins walking prior to yeah, prior, bro. I swear to you, I be seeing some of the most, bro. They said, bro, the lies and in the shenanigans
listen,
that be on social media. Yeah, I seen somebody say along the lines like they seen Seth Rollins walking without crutches or running without crutches. I said, no, no, that's a fucking lie.
I know what my algorithm is. I know if there was a video of Seth Rollins walking, you, me, Josh,
John,
we all would have seen it. We all would have seen it.
there's nobody up earlier in the mornings. I'll be I'll be like walking into work and I'll hear my phone go off and I'm like, that's Josh. Like so I know who's dropping wrestling info. So if I didn't get no message from Josh that Seth Rollins was walking anywhere, when me and him were literally depicting that injury the minute it happened, we're like, okay, did it really happen here? And then we're like going through it. And then we're like,
Listen, because we're looking at it like, what happened?
yeah. And then we're waiting for the final call of he tore his MCL. He tore his ACL. He like tell me what his injury is so then I can believe you. They never once told us, hey, he got a torn labrum or he got a torn like
And that's
no.
all they had to do is come up with some type of lie.
Bro, social media is so crazy on how fast they will come up with lies and run with these stories. I'm like, this is diabolical to me. Um, but man, like I said, you gotta love wrestling and how
It
social
be
media
people that
just
don't even like wrestling, bro.
that's the crazy part. I'd be like, guys, I thought you didn't even. And like I thought you didn't even know shit about. I didn't think you knew shit about fuck. But hey, that's one of my favorite lines from that one movie. Um, but yeah, man, like I said, I know we both got to get up early, early, early. So let's keep going on. Another match, another big match. I guess like while we're talking about it, man, it's kind of hard here, man. You got a lot of title matches tonight, and
It
not a
wasn't
lot of.
balanced enough, right?
There was no balance. That's something me and Josh discussed, man. Just again, I didn't think we were gonna get a title change here. Obviously, Solo, Jacob Fatu, cage match. The ending just wasn't it for me. The boot to the cage. I
I
thought
got
we
you.
were gonna get maybe another Samoan. I thought we were gonna get just a little bit more. um, I thought we were just gonna get another layer to this, and again, man, they just kind of left us at all right. I'm cool with Solo winning. I don't have an issue with that. Um,
It was disappointing, Josh, man. Especially the ending when he fell out. I'm like,
but-
this is the end. Like
like,
this,
yeah,
it
like
seemed kind of soon too. Like it was a short match.
it wasn't your longer match of the night. That was ugh. Um, I guess yeah, I guess some of these matches we could have took the time down on some of them. The timing on like I said, Becky and Lyra was really long.
You
You
didn't need
can't
all that
do
time. I
you
definitely fell
couldn't
asleep during that match.
yeah. You couldn't do much with the TLC, but their
I
entrances,
was
you
up
had
for
so
that though,
yeah, and you had so many entrances. That's what made the match longer. You know what I mean? It wasn't about the match itself being long.
and they were being cut.
They were being, you could tell they were being cut. They probably wanted to do a lot more. Um, but going in cage match, man, just I guess we're still gonna get a lot more to this Samoan dynasty story. It just was. I mean, obviously, I knew we were gonna get a moonsault at some point from Jacob off the top of the cage. I'm like,
People
if
knew
this
this stuff.
doesn't, but if it didn't happen, it was just like, so what was the cage here for anyway, other than just keeping them
Did
locked in
you?
there? And go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean, did you think the cage was smaller?
Now that you say it, it did seem a little smaller. You mean like height wise?
Yeah,
I now that you say it, I'm starting to picture it. I could see it being a little bit smaller. You got two bigger guys, man. And then Jacob's doing this moonsault off during. He's used to doing springboard moonsaults, so he's getting a
yeah,
little
but he
bit of
still hit that motherfucker.
yeah. He's still hit that motherfucker, bro. And, that man, that dude is something special, man. He, you're like I said, you knew this way before, and then like I said, the minute I seen him, I'm like, yeah, he's it. Like I know talent when I see it, and you're like,
A
yeah, this
visitor.
man, it's all there. Said I thought that was dope. He was on the Breakfast Club the other day. You posted that. That's a big deal to
Yeah,
be on the Breakfast Club. The
yeah.
world's most dangerous radio show. I can't wait till we get like that big. The world's most dangerous.
The world's
um,
most dangerous podcast.
I mean, but like I said, man, cage match just wasn't there for me, man. Mid three something. There was just nothing special about it, man. Nothing that did anything for me. No surprise entries. I thought like having the cage there would be a surprise entry or something. And we got Jimmy Uso. uh,
That's it.
that's it. Wasn't there for me. Um, this is another thing. Like I had brought up to Josh. Like when I felt like, man, when you're in these stadiums, um, I mean, he's what he say. I'm not gonna lie. That moonsault scared me. It was definitely, it's a crash landing, but they were in position. Um, Another thing we brought up, which is going to lead me into our next match, when you're in these big stadiums and stuff like that, I feel like people should have bigger entrances. Um, like I felt like you got this big stadium and you just got these regular entrances. I feel like this is the time when you should have spectacle entrances.
Like
Uh,
WrestleMania, nobody really had a special entrance,
yeah, and but right
except for
as I
Sammy,
said,
but it wasn't even.
yeah, but right as I said that, right as I texted to Josh, he can vouch for this one. Dom Mysterio comes out with the old school Rey Mysterio mask. I'm cool with that. I like when he does the mask thing. And especially the small stuff. It looks good when he rips it off and he does the hair whip back. Just makes him look like a complete asshole. Um,
Yeah,
but then you get AJ Styles, who comes out with his son in the lowrider, dressed like Eddie Guerrero. Um, Again, it wasn't no super like over the top, big, like great, phenomenal match, but just great storytelling. Um,
great storytelling.
you got the trying to cheat to win. Um, how Dom did win was good. He unties the boot, the setup. Um,
Hmm.
and
That was
again,
gonna make him a double champ.
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I said in this match, I thought he was taking an L. I did. I thought he was taking an L here, but I think we do have a fun little story. I feel like we have a good story because I'm getting character out of AJ Styles, and I know you don't want to. I know AJ
It's
Styles
always
slander.
been there. It's always been there.
You ain't getting no slander, bro. You ain't getting no slander. But this AJ Styles I've seen over the last 3 or 4 weeks, like with the more because he's still serious, but just the small comedic stuff, the janitor, the doctor, the
The
or
ballet.
or you're sitting down to pee. He snuck that one in. He was like, "What is he doing? Does it burn when he pees?" I mean, he snuck that in there. This like I said, we know he's kind of on his last two couple years. So and it looks like he's having fun with this. Um, like I said, but this match being so basic, it was one of my more favorite matches of the night. If I had, it would probably be my third pick for match of the night, just because of the small spots they did. Like I said, AJ putting a chair over his head. Um, oh, I can't think. There was something else in that match I liked a lot
A
too.
little Eddie spot.
Which one? Which Eddie spot? There was
The chair
two.
spot.
Yeah, yeah, over his head, where he puts it over his head. That was like I said, that was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was like, "Shit, hell no, you ain't getting me like that." But such a, um, like I said, just him wearing the Eddie Guerrero gear, the car, it was just something different that again we haven't seen from AJ in a while. And I've seen like on the internet, like people don't even like this part of like AJ, like not being serious. I'm like, this is great. Show some personality. Um, you said it's always been there. Like I said, I won't slander it. It was one of my more favorite matches tonight. And again, Dom Mysterio retains. I'm actually really happy about that one.
He's about to be a double champion.
You think he goes down to AAA and wins that championship too?
He's winning the mega championship, man. I'm telling you. He's about to be the face of AAA.
I, you might be right, man. You might be right, bro. Because that'll keep people invested into it. And they they have a pay per view coming up here. What in 2 weeks too? Right? Did
Yeah,
you see that?
their Triple Mania is coming up. That's their biggest pay per view of the year.
Oh, so we're gonna have to lock into that, man, because their last pay per view was good. Now, do you think they're gonna do like they did last time, where it's like WWE versus them, or do you think
They might have a couple WWE people there, but this is their AAA. Like this is their WrestleMania.
this is their thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like you said, Dom will be there. They'll probably have like the what's the tag
he's.
team? You know the boys, the Legado del Fantasma. I
Oh yeah,
got it.
your boys. Yeah, yeah, because they're the champions.
They're the champions now, which is good. Good. Because I kind of like some of the spots that they were doing the other night. Man, they had a couple spots that they hit the other night that I liked. During that match with who was it, the Iguana Man, and did they yeah, they got burned on SmackDown. Yeah.
Yeah, it was SmackDown.
Iguana Man and what, Psycho Clown or something.
Yep.
uh, yeah, and there was a couple good spots in that match. I know
Not
Iguana
a bad
Man
match.
blew. No, Iguana Man blew his one spot there. There was a couple bad blown spots on Friday night there, actually. But yeah, I know. But I mean, you figure this is your nerves. This is your big chance, and they obviously like you over there in WWE. They like that dumbass gimmick. Because they're just looking at him like this is our Santino Morella. This is our.
And
But
yeah,
but
he
he's
got
athletic.
merchandise they can push out too.
Yeah, and he's athletic. So it's like he's going to be better than Santino Morella, and like you. But he's still going to be your comic relief.
Yeah, get him in there with our truth.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right.
It has the potential to be better than Truth and Gold Dust.
Definitely does. Yo, gold dust. Oh man, but let's get to it. What they wanted to see all weekend long: John Cena, Cody Rhodes. Kurt, how'd you feel about it, brother?
All right, so it's not a bad match.
Not at all.
Not
Better
a
than
bad
Mania.
match at all. It's just
Better than their Mania match.
storytelling was there. You know what I'm saying? Everything hit. It's just I don't know, bro.
Yeah, there was something missing there.
Something was definitely missing. I think it was a hill for me.
um. Okay, so I was stuck on this John Cena being a. I thought this was his chance to fake everybody out. So I guess they got me. Cena was a face the whole time. Um, I okay, yeah, because I know me and you, we don't like heel on heel matches. We don't like face on face matches. It's because that's not how this thing is built. We need a super villain, and we need a superhero, and we need a villain. We don't need Megatron versus. I guess you could probably give a better analogy than I can when it comes to that. But you don't need two mega
You got
superheroes.
Superman versus Captain America tonight.
Yeah, you don't need that, and that's exactly what it is. Superman, Captain America, perfect, perfect call on that. Um, I mean, like I said, there was a lot of false finishes in this match. This is when I was like, how many finishers are we gonna have, and who's coming to save the day? Um, which nobody. We just got,
No, Brock came to save the day.
bro. Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. Brock did come to save the day, bro. Because now, don't get me wrong. I'm probably gonna say, whew, this was probably the best match of the night, other than the ladders. I'm gonna go. If I had the top three matches, I'd say the ladder match, this match, and then the women's triple threat.
I can agree
Uh,
there.
um, so, like I said, the storytelling was there. Obviously, we figured out why Cena continued because, like I said, I thought he was going to turn fucking heel somewhat through this card, and it doesn't happen. And obviously, the big surprise of the night, the Beast reincarnated, another one of the greatest of all time. Brock Lesnar returns. Like you said, man, this is another one of John Cena's bigger feuds throughout his career. Um, and I mean, what a time to come back! Right when we all forgot about Brock. Oh, they say that was the best John. Honestly, yes, bro. Yeah, that was the best John Cena match since his SummerSlam match in 2016. So you're saying basically in 9 years that was his best match, dude. Um, or
Certainly
nine,
was.
eight, I can't argue in either, man. He really he looks like he wasn't gassed. Obviously, we've been watching Unreal, and he walked in the back and was like, "Yeah, that's really the best I got for you." Um, um, but I think tonight was the night he made sure he trained well for this. I Because obviously we know what Cody is. We know Cody's the next guy. We seen that with the salute.
Yeah.
Mm, Um, man, I started feeling like I was gonna get on here and rant and rave all night, but this Brock Lesnar thing just gives us so many more layers to talk about here in the future now.
Oh,
Mm,
so happy Brock is back.
yes, but man, does man? Well, there's new people running the show. You ain't gonna be just running around being a monster like that, bro.
He's about to run straight through John Cena, bro. He's probably losing everything on the way out.
You think he loses the rest of the way out?
Why not?
Because for a minute there, bro, we started to believe he was gonna retire as the world champion.
Well, that's not going to happen now. You had your title, and there's no point in winning. It's no point in winning anymore.
So you think you just lose for 4 months straight?
I mean, you're not going to be here next year. Brock Lesnar, 9 times out of 10, is going to be here.
You're right. But do you lose? I don't see somebody going out losing 4 months straight there, Brisky.
How many more months? I mean, about how many more matches does he got? He's not going to have. What has he got? 13. He's not going to have 13 matches. He's probably
No,
what?
no.
We got Clash. What
Hmm.
happens? Does anything happen in September?
What, was that
What
great?
happens
No,
in
that's
between? What happens in between Clash and Survivor Series?
there's
That's
something
two
in there.
months. Has to be. It has to be like a
like a
oh
smaller,
they shotgun
I
it to
guess.
Clash in Paris or do they save it?
I mean, I just can't see Homeboy losing for 4 months straight. But I see why you're saying that though.
I mean he's probably only gonna have 2 or 3 matches.
Yeah, you're probably right. That does make a lot more sense now. Uh,
I would
Um,
is there something in between Clash and Survivor Series? Because I wouldn't have it too soon. But yeah, but yeah.
yeah. Now that you say it like that, bro, you're a lot more right. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Now I can see him losing. Now that you say it that way. Um. I mean, is there anybody else? All right. Well, while we're on the John
Crown
Cena,
Jewel.
there you go.
I would probably have it at Crown Jewel.
Okay. Yep. That's why our
Cause
man is always
cause
here.
Clash is soon. Although that would be a good place to have it in Paris, whatever, is John Cena and Brock Lesnar. I think
Mm,
Crown Jewel in Australia might be the better option.
mm. And that might be where they
That's
let Rhea.
that's
That
one of
might
them,
be where
but that's
Rhea gets a championship match too.
that's another one of them early morning ones too, isn't
No, I ain't doing that no more, bro. We done with that, bro. Nah, no. We're done taking them trips. We're done taking them flights at 4 in the morning with these fools. I can't do that anymore, man. That was messed up for 2 or 3 days from trying for a damn house show. I'm not waking up at 4 in the morning for a house show. Yeah, you're tripping. A glorified house show.
I'll wake up for the main event.
Yeah, because that's right around the time I'll be getting up. Like like right around 8, like 7:38. I'm not doing that again. I woke up, it was the second match. It was like 5 in the morning. It was like 5:10 in the morning. And I was sitting there like, yo, I'm an idiot. like, like that shit ain't for us. That's for them, man. Like
I was up
that's
too, man, and I was fighting it, but I was there.
and like I said, it just messes you up for a couple of days. Like
Josh is gonna be up. I'll catch the recap as soon as I wake up, man.
I do go like you know he'll be out. Yeah, you can shoot me Texas in the middle. You can shoot me Texas. I'll tell you when I wake up. I'm like, I got it from here, bro. But all right. Well, while we're just on the subject, man, we're gonna hit two more quick topics, man. And so while we're just discussing it, John Cena's greatest feud. Who is it, in your opinion?
You know what I'm thinking? His greatest feud. We're not even gonna get to see him run that back.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Are you saying what I'm thinking you're saying?
Yeah,
You talking about old Adam Copeland,
yeah. We talking about Cope.
Edge. I'm gonna say Edge. Uh, that was
We're not gonna
what's
get to
that?
see him, and that's upsetting.
It is. Josh says Edge as well. Um, I guess I'd have to say Edge too, man. Um,
Yeah.
but man, we didn't like him and Bradshaw. I guess that was still early. I guess that was still early.
Now that you mention it, I did, but it wasn't. Bradshaw's no edge.
All right. So, so will we say Randy Orton would be his next best feud? Because that was probably one of my favorites. I think it just overran itself for so long. That feud made Edge
I
legit.
think I think
I think he's right about that.
it definitely made him legit. I think to me, Edge. I mean, not Edge. Orton and Cena is what Austin and Rock was at a point.
Yeah. Just two guys who just like, yo, this is my company. And like this and it's not in personal,
It's just
but
two
it's
guys
personal.
who either one of you could have took the top spot. It's just
It's here for
how
you to
things
take.
played out. It's just how things played
The
out.
one guy's an asshole, and the other guy got his head on his shoulders a little bit right. So the one guy, this is who we got to run with, because this other one
Exactly.
is crazy.
Exactly.
All right, just a rando topic. Um, yeah. So, all right, man, we're gonna wrap it up with this. So, what was your final rating of SummerSlam as a whole?
As a whole, I give it a low B.
B
Edge then
minus.
Orton then AJ. Yeah. Edge then Orton. I like that. For Cena, you gonna put AJ over Punk?
Mm. I can't wait to see that answer. Mm.
I like what him and AJ did too, though. It was
They
uh
did have a they had a nice little dance. Uh, he, um, I mean, Cena did make some people throughout the way, man. He made Miz, he made Edge.
yeah,
Um,
he helped put Punk over that hump.
mm-hmm. Um, yeah, my buddy
Sheamus,
did.
he helped Sheamus. He helped Del
Sheamus,
Rio.
yep, good call, good call. Yep. Del Rio, you said,
Yeah,
yep. So I mean, he did his job.
Rusev. Yeah,
Rusev,
you
and I
had me
mean,
doing them
you were
nuts
doing a lot of
foot
people's
challenges.
salts. You were doing a lot of people's salts, man. It was on them to blow it.
That's it.
Umaga,
Yeah, definitely,
Umaga.
definitely. You can't forget.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about Umaga.
Uh, absolutely. Um, but man, yeah. So you said a B minus, bro. That's your
That's
overall
my
grade.
final. Yeah,
All right.
overall. Yeah. As
Um.
far as night two, it's probably gonna be a C plus for me.
Okay. Okay. Just night two by itself is a C plus. I think
Yeah,
that's a yeah. Man, yeah. I am at like a barely passing C. He barely passed. Um, about a C for night two from going to graphics. Yeah, this is one of them ones, man. We're gonna push you on to the next grade, but you're gonna have to study a little harder next time.
yeah,
You got to
bro.
study a little harder. We're gonna give you that like what is it like? We're gonna give you a 70. You're just hanging on. Yeah, it was a C for me. But like you said, I do. I think when you do put it together as a totality, you might get like you get a B minus out of it. I think that's a very fair grade. I hate that we always agree, but I think when you do put the totality of a C, then yesterday there were some big moments. Obviously, we got Brock Lesnar back tonight. Um,
Save the show.
saved it. Yeah, absolutely. That saved it. Yeah, B minus for the whole weekend, bro. I think that's a very fair assessment.
So like, is we two? Is Raw must watch or is this gonna be a SmackDown thing?
Well, that's a good question. I think Raw has to be must watch, right? Seth Rollins just cashed in. He's the champion.
You're right. Yeah. So
Um, yeah, I would say yeah, because like I said, what's our big thing on SmackDown? Um, what is our big thing on SmackDown at the moment?
Cody won the title back.
Cody won the
What
title
else
back. So,
happened?
yeah, so no, so where does Cody go? Oh, man, I don't want to drag us out all night. Where does Cody go now? Because it's kind
Uh,
of prediction by like Josh did say this. Like, I guess they pushed the movie taping back a little bit further. That's why it was easy to give him this belt.
they did what?
The movie, because him and Roman's in Street Fighter.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he was saying that about the movie. He says Cody versus Drew. Okay. I kind of like this Drew and Logan Paul thing. I don't want to bring up Logan Paul around him.
I was gonna ask you about that. How do you like that dynamic?
I did. I liked it. I did. Like I said, I still feel like there's more that you can play off of with that. Because Drew's like the
Really?
ultimate asshole. We already know. Don't nobody like Logan. So, man,
I like it.
man, I guess, I
We'll have to
guess,
see.
I guess we'll see halfway through the week, brother. Uh, anybody who checked in with us tonight, I guess before we close out, anybody that checked in with us tonight, Josh, uh, Big James, anybody else out there in the world who might have took even hey, if you even took 1 minute out your day just to check us out, man, we much, much, much appreciate you. I mean, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're probably here with us, and we know there's people watching from all different places, and we appreciate you. Like we said, we got so much more that's coming. We're coming up on our 1 year anniversary within the next 2 weeks or so. We're gonna do a giveaway. We've already discussed that. We said that last night. We're gonna do a giveaway. Um, Shout out to our special sponsors, the people who always has our back, Contra Graphics. Like I said, the Cocky Empire, Mike LaRue, Electric, everything that keeps us in motion. They thought we ain't never gonna stop. This is what we do. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I mean? If I could take
Yeah, I
that, take
mean,
that. Yada mean, yada mean. But man, it was it was definitely a B weekend for SummerSlam. Um, me and Kurt McGurk we're no longer doing Tuesday nights. We are officially Wednesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Just a little bit earlier. One day later, 1/2 hour earlier. Um, Midway through the week, so we get a little bit of time to digest Raw and right before SmackDown. But we'll be back Wednesday night. Kurt McGurk, any final words for the night?
no. Good night.
My man says, nah, good night. I can roll with that, man. We appreciate you for checking us out. You know what it is, yada. I mean, it's the part-time marks. We'll see you Tuesday night, or excuse me, Wednesday night, 9:30. Yada I mean. We out.
Of course, I know what you mean.
Cocky bitch.